welcome to the webinar. Today we will talk about managing cravings, and I'm Anastasia. So this is probably one of my favorite topics in nutrition, most probably because it's such a common struggle for people, and also it's such an interesting topic to research and learn more. So I'm excited to present it to you today. In terms of today's presentation, here's the outline. So I will tell you a bit about myself. Then we will move to talking about why do we crave certain foods. Also, we will talk about how to manage the cravings. I will show you some example, and I will tell you about my business. So let's get into it. So my name is Anastasia. I have done some health coaching diploma and also nutrition. I'm also scientist in training. I'm doing my medical sciences because I have ambition to do a PhD at some point as well. And I love research and science. And I'm also a specialist in women's health. So I have my own online nutrition clinic where I help women find their own definition of healthy. And the phrase their own is very important here because being healthy means different things for each person. So my aim is to help my clients find this definition, find what healthy is for them. And that's quite exciting. So before we dive into today's session, I wanted to tell you something. So when I was preparing for this webinar, I found that the nutritional world is sort of divided into two schools of thoughts. So some people say that sugar is so bad, everything has to be taken away from the diet, and sugar is real evil, and you just need to eat healthy to be happy and to reach optimal health. And then there's also another school of thoughts which says do not restrict, eat everything, indulge when you want to indulge, and just forget all the healthiness, basically. Just eat whatever you want. So in fact, I also noticed that you don't need to go too far, because when I was doing groceries the other day, I saw some huge posters saying like, indulge in this lovely chocolate fudge, blah, blah, blah. So, and then of course, because of the work that I do, I quite often listen to some webinars, and there you hear quite often people saying that how damaging the sugar is to not only sugars, also trans fats and so on, to our health, to our cells in our body. So one might think, after seeing and hearing all that, plus of course we see a lot on social media, Instagram, TikTok, it's filled with all sorts of advice, and one contradicts the other, a lot of advice. So at the end of the day, what to believe, who to believe? So in reality, of course, there should be balance. So there should be also certain element of personalization. So that's where nutritional professionals come in. They help you find this, what basically fits best your needs. So part of this balance, of course, is also knowledge and taking informative decisions when it comes to food and the food choices. So the same about cravings. So thinking about what is happening and so on and so forth. So I would say that so today I want to do the following. I want to inform you, of course, about the cravings, what they are, and what they do, basically. Then show you some ways in which you can manage these cravings better. And then I will show you an example, as I said before. So it's the best, I like to share examples as well, because it's the best way to learn and get some ideas and to remember everything. So let's jump into it. So in terms of why do we crave foods, certain foods, it's always important to get to the root cause of things. So sometimes it can be, of course, that you just wanted to eat something and that's it. But what I'm talking about here is when some people have certain issues or concerns, basically. So getting to the root cause means sometimes the foods that we eat are not the best quality, we can say. So for the science and the food manufacturing advances, basically, it stands for the fact that today, with all the technology and the companies, they invest into finding the best formula to make their food addictive. There are a lot of documentaries on YouTube as well about this, about certain food production companies that the researchers found that they invest in finding the best recipe for their chocolates, for their burgers, for the ice cream, to basically make your brain crave these foods. So it's not like science fiction, it's true, basically. They actually do that. So that's why certain people can have cravings for such foods, um, because they were made to make you want them, basically. And if you eat this kind of foods every day, it also changes your brain. This has also been proven. As I said, there are a lot of nice documentaries on YouTube. You can find it easily. I think it's one of them called something with sugar. So do search for it, do watch it. It's quite interesting. Another factor is stress. So if you're interested in this topic, I talk a lot about this. I talked before in the other webinar, so I'll leave link in the description. So the stress also makes us crave things because of the way our physiology works. Then another important thing is poor sleep. So it has also been proven by research that people with disturbed sleep, they crave more foods, and they actually make poor decisions for food. I spoke about sleep management and the impacts on sleep, of poor sleep, on our health in the other webinar. So I will also leave a link down below. So another reason why we might crave foods is basically eating habits. So as I said before, if we choose to eat foods that are high in trans fats, high in sugars on a daily basis, if we eat this kind of foods, it makes us crave more of these foods, and it's sort of a never-ending cycle. So this comes to lifestyle, as I said. So again, might be eating not great foods every day, or the same like with the other one, lack of exercise connects to the lifestyle issues. So, and another thing here is emotional eating and eating out of boredom. So some people have sort of connection, food equal comfort, equal feelings. So in my practice as well, we work a lot on disconnecting food with this kind of feeling. So finding something else to fill up this gap. So instead of reaching out for chocolate, doing something nice for yourself instead. Might be going for a walk or read a nice book, or it depends on the person once again. But it's important to find different coping strategy, because food, of course, is not the answer. So moving to this important area, basically how to manage your cravings. There's a lot of great advice on YouTube already. I saw it. And also you can read a lot of nice articles. So today what I wanted to share with you is questions to ask yourself. So what you can ask yourself to check if you have issues with cravings for some foods. So as I said before, sleep is important. So are you sleeping enough? And if you are sleeping enough, how good is this sleep, basically sleep quality again? And do you practice good sleeping hygiene, because what we do before sleep also impacts the quality of sleep. So is this important bit there? So then we are going to the topic of eating balanced meals. So am I eating balanced meals? Do I know what balanced meals are? Because some people say yes, but then when we try to look deeper into this topic, it's actually the other way around. Their meals are not really balanced. So it's important to research sorry, this. So then are my meals regular, and how many times a day do I actually eat? So this is also important thing to consider, because regular meals means that your blood sugar is balanced. And we know that cravings are connected to fluctuations in the blood sugar levels. So this is important area to look at. Then do I have work-life balance? So this comes to the topic of stress, basically, because if you are spending too much time at work, if you are stressed all the time, you don't have this balance time of the day, basically, where you just relax. And then this also may have connection with the cravings. So then another important area that is not talked often about is water, of course. So are you drinking enough? Are you drinking too much tea and coffee and not so much water? So this is just a few questions, but if you want more, you can contact me for a free food relationship assessment call. We will go through much more questions and see if you might have some issues. And if you have, then we will come up with a strategy of what to do and how to manage it better. So in terms of an example, a case study, I prepared a little example here. So we have a female who is 27 years old. She has poor sleep. She's a mom with a baby, and she's busy with kids all day. She has 2 kids, basically. She starts her day with a huge cup of coffee and has 2 more cups of coffee later in the day. She eats very little lunch, so nothing, like she tries to be good, as she says, so just some salad with some vegetables. And then she has many snacks throughout the day, and has a bit larger dinner in the evening, and then has some cravings for sugary things in the evening. So then she starts to take some cookies or something else. So no exercise or whatsoever. She's trying to lose weight, so and a lot of happening in the life at the same time. So when I have clients like this who come to me, they're busy, they don't sleep so well, and so on and so forth. I always start with the basics, basically, which is water, nutrition. So usually eating more vegetables throughout the day, having balanced meals, eating regularly, and so on and so forth. Depends on the person, of course. Then adding a bit of exercise, and working on the stress levels, me time, balance in life, finding what can you do today or tomorrow in order to put all those 4 important core things in place, because that's just important, because after these things are done, there might be nothing else to do. But sometimes it can be that there's something more there, and then we look deeper. So but starting is always with the basics, and then targeting the root causes. So of course there are also some supplements that I might recommend, but I'm not sharing it here because it's really personal. So that has to be worked privately. Then when I talk about my practice, I have basically quite a few different programs, and it's all personalized to my clients. But as I said before, it's always important to get basically the basics right. So once again, nutrition, fitness, sleep, and mood. So that's how all my basically all my programs work. This is the basics. This is the core that we deal with first, and once this one is sorted, then we move to the next one. So really targeting the root causes and finding what needs to be done to manage the craving, or it can be some different goal. So this is my program, and as I said before, I have many different ones. Can be different health goals, and can be managing gut health, for example, but the core is always the same, because these are the basics that has to be put in the right place. Then we can move on and do the rest of the work. So if you're interested in diving deep into this topic, please book the discovery call with me. I will be happy to talk to you and to discuss your case and how we can move your health forward, because it's important to get into a healthier life and take care of yourself as well. So I have links in the description below. You will find a link to book discovery call. It's free. Yeah, and let's connect as well. So I left my details here. I also have Instagram account. So I have two actually. So one is for women health topic, and the other one is child nutrition. I help children with allergies and food intolerances and their parents as well, because the parents with kids who have such struggles struggle a lot as well. So it's important to help them be confident about what is happening. So yeah, thank you for your time. If you have any questions, leave your comment below. And I want you to leave this session knowing that you're in control over your health, and there's a lot you can do. And maybe it might be that you just need to talk to specialists. It might be that you just need to hear this video to start thinking about what you can do in order to improve your health. Everyone has different way of doing things, but if you are listening today, know that you are in control. So thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share this video. It helps my channel grow. And see you soon. Bye bye.